making the plane rise into the air.
Why does that make it rise in the air? Physics.
We're gonna have to write this down.
Okay, round of applause for that. It was trouble. Listen, each week I have been compiling a CD that I think you'll want to use it if you're trying to seduce a lady. We've called it quite simply "Songs to Seduce a Woman" by me. I like to think of myself as one of the world's great lovers. A great mind, a great body, combine them together with a poetic heart and a spiritual soul, and you make one of the great lovers. There's not just me who said that. Yes, it is. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was just me. But yes, we've been compiling tunes. Last week we were a mixed bag, because I feel that you always have to have a familiar artist and a familiar song about midway through your compilation, so as not to alarm any listener who perhaps is not completely across your taste. But having tried to win people over with the Sweetest Thing, U2 Sweetest Thing last week, this week it's a beautiful tune by Willie Nelson from an album he did not that long ago, which includes a collaboration with Bob Dylan, if you're interested. But this is him on his own. It's called Valentine. Valentine from Willie Nelson. Has that tune converted you, Sarah, to country music, if previously you hated it?
It has.
Yeah?
3 minutes 40, and that's it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Would that have seduced you?
Yes, it has.
Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
3 minutes 40.
Have you've fallen for me. Have you ever been won over by a compilation that someone's made for you?
Of course.
Yes?
It's the most attractive thing that any boy could ever do.
Is it really, or is that, are you a bit of a music nerd? Is that why you're saying that?
Yes.
Right, because I'm not sure that most women, I think women like Prada.
No,
that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Shoe schmoo.
Women like Prada, and and Jimmy Choo.
Yeah, private equity.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, this is very much a show where we share music. Obviously, I've shared some of mine, and I've won you over with Willie Nelson Valentine. But it's also an opportunity for you, the listeners, to get in touch and to share music with me, songs which perhaps I'm unfamiliar with. And each week I like to get a couple of you 6 music listeners on the line and just introduce a song that you're passionate about that is of some meaning to you. Sarah, who have we got on line 1?
We have Michelle Duffy from Dublin.
Well, don't say no more. Let's speak to Michelle Duffy from Dublin. Michelle Duffy from Dublin, are you there?
I am indeed.
And what are you doing this leisurely Sunday afternoon?
Working on my psychology thesis. So
On a psychology
not very
thesis?
interesting. Yeah.
Is there any area of it that you're a little bit unsure about? You're a bit sticky?
Well, basically all of it, so it's going well.
Alright, let me just throw to Rufus, who knows a little bit about lots of things. Psychology, what can you tell me about it?
Gosh. What's her name again?
Michelle?
Michelle. Is it Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah. What sort of area of psychology are you studying?
My thesis on implicit beliefs, so it's all
I could have. Do you know the way he was talking? I could have told you that. Implicit belief, really. Beliefs or
kind of
belief?
psychic.
So psychology, psychic, lots of silent P's in my world, and
You've no idea, have you?
I've faintest study.
You've nothing.
Faintest.
You haven't got anything on psychology?
Nothing.
Thanks very for the help, I shall definitely put down your advice in it,
Please do. Put me in the bibliography at least, and definitely put Stephen in there.
Is psychology anything to do with psychiatry?
We don't like to talk about it. It's a bit like a married couple, we just hate each other, really.
What, psychology and psychiatry, really?
Well, psychologists don't really... Psychiatry's more into kind of prescribing drugs and kind of seeing it as a medical problem. This is getting very boring, isn't it?
No, I'm interested.
regretting asking the question.
No, this is helping you. This is helping you learn. Because you see, the more
really
you talk
is.
about it, the more it's gestating in your head, and now you'll know what to write in your essay. Do you see I've helped?
Okay,
All
well,
right,
anyways, yeah.
Don't feel
psycholo-
embarrassed.
Yeah, they don't really like each other, basically.
Well, maybe they should sit down and talk. Maybe we could get a psychiatrist involved. Oh, come on. You knew where it was going. You knew where it was going. Okay, Michelle, which tune have you chosen for us?
I've chosen my firstborn for a song by Bell X1.
Bell X1. I know nothing of Bell X1. What can you tell me?
They're an Irish band. They've been around for a couple of years. They've had a couple of albums. You know Damien Rice?
Yes.
He used to be in them.
Ah, did he? Interesting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
Yeah.
tidbit. Listen, I don't think you're going to top that tidbit, so let's listen to it and I'll come back and give you my verdict shortly.
Okay, good enough. Bye.
Thank you. My Firstborn for a Song by Bell X1, who I have to admit, when I first looked at it on this sheet, I did think was Bell 11. I thought it was Roman numerals. That's how smart I am. I'm quite the smart cookie. Which has then led us in the studio. This is how bored we are. I don't know why we've suddenly got... it's like, it's weird. It's a leisurely Sunday afternoon. It's exactly the sort of thing I would do on a leisurely Sunday afternoon. Is to start trying to think of band names that have Roman numerals in. And I bet the phone lines will go abuzz now. There'll be a flame with this. It's quite hard, actually. And what have you come up with?
Well, Steve, it's brilliantly. I love the fact you've outposhed me at this moment. You said, hello, who's on the phone? Is that you, Michelle? No, we've got Bell 11 here. Bell X1. Oh dear, I'm awfully sorry, Bell X1. Brilliant, exactly the kind of thing
I don't think I sounded like that, though, did I? It was more, all right, love.
Yeah.
How's it going, my babber?
Yeah. So, the only ones we come up with, Sarah and I come up with, obviously the Led Zeppelin albums, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Soul to Soul.
Sure. Is that a Roman numeral
It
too?
is, it's two lines with a horizontal bar across them. And Boys to Men.
Boys to Men.
favourite.
Soul to Soul.
Definitely a 2. It is a Roman numeral 2, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is,
Otherwise it'd be Boys 11 Men. No,
This is gonna run and run 6446 Stephen.6music@bbc.co.uk because the reason is I don't want to know anymore, but I guarantee there'll be people out there now trying to rack their brains. They'll be rushing to their record collections. You can't help it when you're set a little conundrum like that, a little tricky. It's, that's what radio's great for.
Yeah, maybe L7. That band with wasn't that Perry Farrell or someone? Wasn't
Yes, but that was a 7.
That was, but the L, maybe L is 50 in Roman numerals, so that'd be 57.
57.
Interesting, brilliant.
Hines.
My firstborn for a song by Bell 11 was the choice of Michelle Duffy in Ireland. Michelle, are you still there?
Yeah, it's Alex1.
Bell X1, yes. No, for some reason I just see it as Bell 11. It's because I'm.
Your education is like getting in the way, like Latin numbers, it's not good.
Sure, yeah. Listen, I've enjoyed that tune, but don't think that it's that easy to make it onto the Steve Show playlist, because of course you will be pitted against another caller who hopefully is with us, and who is caller number 2.
It's Renee Satterley, phoning all the way from Montreal.
Montreal, Renee, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Where is Montreal?
Where's Montreal?
Yeah.
It's an island in Canada. in
Really? Wow, that is exotic. What time is it there?
Quebec. I don't know. I actually live in London.
Oh,
Confusing.
I thought
Sorry.
you were calling from
Well,
Montreal. You should have at
it'll be
least.
whatever time it is now, minus 5 hours.
Okay. Thank you. Well, 64046, if you can work that one out. Rufus will be working on that straight away now. He's a smart cookie.
Got it. No. I'll be with you in a minute.
Yeah. Now, you've chosen. Is the band called The Rat, or is the band called Walkman?
No, the band is called The Walkmen.
Okay. Now, where have you come across these dudes?
It was a roommate of mine at the time who had bought the album.
Uh-huh.
And then I just recently bought it again.
Is it quite an old album then?
No, it's not that old. I think it was released in maybe 2002 or around that time, 2003 maybe.
Now, Renee, what do you do? Because a lot of our listeners are writing essays. They're students. Are you a student or are you older?
No, I could help them actually. I'm a librarian.
Are you really?
Yes, I am.
Interesting. Is librarian, because obviously it's often pictured as being a very dull job. Is that fair?
No, not at all. It's very exciting.
Read the books, do you? You just get to stamp them.
I'm sorry?
You just get to stamp them, right? You don't get to read the books.
No, you get to read the books. of
I
course.
once worked in a
What do you think we
library.
do on the desk all day?
Well, I worked in a library once, and it had a very elaborate computer system, which I was only there for a week. I was doing work experience. I'd left it too late to get anything decent. No disrespect to librarians. and I screwed up the entire computer system.
Oh,
I pressed a button and
See
it
how
all
much
seemed to go
fun you
wrong.
can have working in a library?
Well,
It's
I
great.
was one of those things I just left. I didn't mention it to anyone. It was the last day. I just thought, don't worry. I'd rather not. I just discreetly left. So, I don't want to name the library, but they know who I am. So,
I'm sure they
no doubt
remember.
I've just made a massive confession. I don't know what I was thinking. It's foolish. So, anyway, yes, it's a track by The Walkmen. What's the name of the tune?
The Rat.
Okay, let's have a listen. Stay with us, Renee, and I will see if it knocks Bell 11, Bell X1, off of the top spot. The Walkman and a track called The Rat, the choice of Renee from Montreal, although she was a librarian in London, so sadly we can't get that little bit of glamour. When I said, incidentally, that when I gave the illusion I didn't know where Montreal was, of course I did know it was in Canada. North America. Renee, I enjoyed that tune very much. We also have Michelle still with us. Michelle, Renee, are you still there, both?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey guys, listen, you've both chosen tunes which I've been unfamiliar with. I've enjoyed both. There can only be one winner, because that gives a certain degree of tension to the show for about 30 seconds. And the winner, I'm going to declare, is, just because I liked the certain note of aggression in the singer, it's The Walkman, The Rat. Round of applause for Renee. Renee's done well. Now that makes it onto the Steve Show playlist, whereas I'm afraid Michelle must take Bell X1, Bell 11, and take that back to Ireland with her. Best of luck in your thesis, Michelle.
Cheers, thank you.
Good luck checking out some books come Monday, Renee.
Great, thanks.
All right, all the best. Thanks for
Okay.
calling in. If you
Bye.
want
Yeah,
to,
bye.
thank you. Cheers, guys. They gone. Good, yeah. I wasn't going to slag them off. I just wanted to check they were off. It's always a bit embarrassing, in case I do start, slagging off librarians again. If you want to register a choice which you would like to have played on the show, www.bbc.co.uk/6music. I think there's a picture of my face or something. You can follow it and you can make your voice heard there. From the album Round the World in a Day, the slightly overblown psychedelic follow-up to Purple Rain, that's Prince and Pop Life. That weird bit there where it sort of breaks down and you hear boos and cheers and so on, that's apparently, well, the legend has it that it's actually a recording of, although I suspect it's just a reference to, a moment when Prince was supporting the Rolling Stones in about 1981, and he came on wearing a trench coat and a pair of knickers and pretty much nothing else, and the Stones went berserk, and the Stones fans, I should say, went berserk, and started throwing rubbish at him and stuff, and booed him off stage, and he had to kind of scurry off, presumably on his high heels.
Berserk in a bad way.
They just hated him, because this was before Prince had become a star, obviously, and obviously the Stones fans thought all his weird androgyny was a bit too, sort of unsettling for them.
Yeah.
So they booed him off. So, I believe that is what that little weird kind of moment is in the song. Maybe the listeners will confirm that.
That's
But,
interesting.
yeah, thanks very much.
They're good mates now. I've got, excuse me, my brother paid me a fantastic cover of Miss You. You know, do, which Prince sang. Did a kind of Mick Jagger impression and had Ronnie Watt on guitar. It was extraordinary.
We should maybe bring that in and have it in the Mr. Cover section one week.
Yeah,
Nice
absolutely.
work. This is all meshing together
It's all
beautifully.
working. It's
isn't it?
gelling beautifully. Yeah.
We've had a number of texts and emails. We obviously were mentioning, we're trying, for some reason, it's a lazy Sunday afternoon, we were trying to figure out if there were any bands which had Roman numerals in the title. I mean, it's exactly the sort of thing I expect from lowbrow radio. You know, we started off, we were talking about philosophy, some of the big ideas, we had some grammar. We've descended now to the sort of thing that perhaps Dr. Neil Fox might do on one of his programmes. But obviously now we're all intrigued. Have we come up with any? We had Boys to Men, we had Soul to Soul. Any others, Sarah?
Yes, we have several people have suggested Loudon Wainwright III.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a band called Louis XIV.
Right.
But my favourite so far is Liberty X.
Liberty X, yeah. Does that count? I mean, is the X in that an X? Is it a 10 or is it just an X?
We don't know.
We don't know.
So I think we should just say that it is.
Okay, do you know what? I am going to put an end to that now, because I think that's about as far as that's going to go.
Yeah.
To be honest
You're
with
right.
you, you know what I mean? It was fun while it lasted, and we thank you for it. But there's no more legs in there. There's no more mileage in there. You know, Foxy. I mean, that's why Foxy and I, you know, that's where we differ, because Foxy could spin that out for hours.
Let's let him have it.
Let's take it. Foxy, if you're listening,
Yeah.
not an official doctor, of course. Foxy, if you're listening, you have it. You run with that one, mate. Drive Time, I guess, or Breakfast, I don't know when he's on. Anyway, let's stop slagging off Dr. Fox, because we're going to get in trouble. That guy's an absolute pro. We also, we've been trying to challenge you, Ruth, because I foolishly said earlier that you are a brainiac, and it turns out you're not.
Not really. I'm a bit embarrassed that one or two of the texts and emails coming in are referring to me now as the Boff.
The Boff.
The Boff.
The posh Boff.
Maybe the Boff. I've had someone. Maybe the Boff can help me with my 9-year-old homework. My 9-year-old son with his homework. I'm not the Boff.
You're the Boff.
I'm Ruth. I'm not. But if I had, you know, if I was in a cartoon, I haven't got glasses. I wouldn't be Prof or you know, or the. I'm none of these.
If
things.
you were in prison,
Brains.
you would be referred to as the Professor.
I would.
They would call you the Professor or the Boff.
and I'd help them write letters to their lawyers and their family.
Exactly, and I'll tell you, with that pretty face, you'd have a bit of trouble as well in prison. Alright, so make sure you, many of your heinous crimes never get found out, Ruth. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I will.
Now listen, Boff, what have you come up with?
I've got a nice
So
way-
far, you've not been able to explain or offer opinions on anything, except maybe how airplanes stay in the air, which was even vague, that was
Didn't
vague.
go too well, did it? I've had a nice email here from Brian Hart, who I'm overjoyed to say his email address is Brian Thunderhart.
Can we give
Read
us
the whole thing?
Oh right, no, okay.
Just the name, just
Okay.
Brian. His real name is Brian Hart, but his email Brian Thunderhart,
Nice,
which I think is
yeah.
fantastic. Brian and his friend Davidoff Slim reckon that there's
Slimo, yeah.
Slimo, yeah, Slimo. Reckon that there's he says he's been having a similar conversation with a friend. Both of us having grown up in the countryside and not very street either. I challenge the assertion that I'm not particularly street, but I'd admit I'm always exactly 6 years behind with my hip hop. He decided it was about time the hip hop scene came to the rural massive, and within a couple of hours we invented chap hop.
Right.
Chap pop, that is. They've got a song which he's encouraged me to sing to the tune of 50 Cent's Inda Club, and it's called Inda Country Club. I'm not going to do that, but I will read out my favourite two verses. Starts with T to the Tweedy, be my brogues, you stole my umbrella, bloody rogue. Dash it all, you know I'm a whiz with a rhyme, and my pocket watch keeps me bang on time, but I'm wily like a googly, and I spend my money frugally, except on the ladies who I usually charm, usually.
Nice. I wish you had sung it in the style of 50
I
Cent.
kind of wishing it's going so well that I wish I had as well. Good Lord, don't you know I'm the man with a plan? I've got a traction engine steam fair enthusiast gang.
That's nice.
That's
yeah,
great, isn't
it's
it,
good
Brian?
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good work from Brian and, who was it? Slimo?
Brian and Slimo, yeah.
Slimo, yeah, good work to them. And
Yeah.
if we had prizes, I'd send them something, but we
Yeah.
don't. It's a tin pot station. It's a tin pot show. No, it's not a tin pot station. Of course, it's not. I mean, I say that because, of course, the desk blew up last week, and it made me furious. Was the saviour of our British R&B, and therefore deserved all those Brits that she got.
Yeah, how many did you win in the end?
I think 2, was it?
Yeah.
Um,
Deserved both of them.
She did, and here is a tune from the tattooed, covered Amy Winehouse. Love is a losing game. Steve Merchant, Six Music, The Steve Show. It's all going very well. With me, Rufus, Posh, and what's that? No, is that someone's phone ringing? Oh, that is an absolute disgrace. That is a textbook mistake on a show that was otherwise going along super slick.
Not mine.
It's not your phone.
Not mine.
Maybe it's a. Could it be a bomb? That's exactly the noise a bomb would make in 24.
God, it would, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? Imagine if it blew up now. Imagine if we'd been attacked by, say, Al Qaeda.
Yeah, should we sign off?
Maybe we should. Maybe
we should do an
just
emotional
flee.
sign-off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like on a plane that's sinking in the Andes somewhere. That's about to crash into a mountain. Dear Mum, have always loved
Well, can I
you.
just say to all those people I've hurt and betrayed in the past, I'm sorry. Can I say to